What's good, B1 family? It's been a little minute. Let's get into it.
So a lot of people who saw my previous videos probably think that I'm mean because I said foundational Black Americans should be called themselves foundational African Americans. But I got a lot of pushback on those videos. A lot of people seemed to be offended. They were all in their feelings. So I made those videos private. See, I wanted to make educational content, but instead people took it the wrong way. And I'm making this video right now to be vulnerable and help y'all understand where I'm coming from. Now, when people look at me, since I was a child, they have always asked me, what am I mixed with? If I got $1 for every time somebody asked me that in my life, I would probably be rich by now. And I'm very tired of that. Okay, it's exhausting for people to assume who I am and who my parents are and who my grandparents were. See, this is why I took a screenshot of my personal family tree on Ancestry.com. Now, you see all these people? Out of all of them on there, not even one is listed as white on the census record. And I have checked the census record for every single person on here. None of them were listed as white. So for me to look the way that I do, why do y'all think I look this way? See, my mother, who has been deceased for a long time, she was even lighter than me, so much lighter. And all that's left of her is her memory. And, you know, I think about the stories that she told us about her growing up.
I'm going to cut some of this out because she does a lot of talking. It's like 9 minutes. And we just want to get to the meat and potatoes of this.
Searching them. I have to go to the county for some of these great-grandparents because sometimes you got to go to your county and request for information about certain people in your family. So I'm going to keep working on it. But so far, I haven't seen any Africans that came here on a ship. And I don't think y'all understand how frustrating it is that if I say who I am and who my ancestors were, people are going to either assume that I'm lying or they're going to, you know, find a way to make me feel some type of way about even saying it.
Now, family, you may be asking, well, Victor, what did she say wrong? Well, let's dig into it.
So a lot of people who saw my previous videos probably think that I'm mean because I said foundational Black Americans should be called themselves foundational African Americans.
So, unfortunately, all the other videos she had already privatized by the time I seen this one. And I was like, what? I don't get it because what are you trying to say? Because it sounded super confusing because if you look at her caption that she put on there, some of y'all act like trans women. You're actually a man, African, but you want to be a woman, Black American so bad. So you want to be a form of a woman, cis, foundational in front of a woman, Black American. Man, what you? Oh, okay. So basically, she's supposed to be, I guess, Native American, in her lineage and all this stuff, and she's basically saying, well, we can't be foundational because she didn't have to deal with chattel slavery. That's what the second part was about, because she talked a lot, a long time, and she be saying a lot of nothing. And I guess it's the reason why she ain't got the push she got or the reach she got that she wants, rather. And I was like, what's wrong with this woman? Well, let me see what's up with it, because you say Anna Lorraine music. So I tried to find some of her music. So we looked her up, we went to her IG, and it says singer, songwriter, producer, orator. Okay. Musician, band. I don't see links to no music though. But I did notice something. Up in that top corner, right there. Why do you have this on here? Why don't you just talking about how, you know, you had nobody in your family that was white, or called African or came from chattel slavery, and there's a part where she talked about how mom was made fun of by people who either came here from boats or came here later. And I don't believe anybody who came from chattel slavery would make fun of her or pick on her because she was light-skinned, unless they assumed she was a house Negro doing the bidding of the plantation owner. That's the only thing I can assume. We know how that goes. So what's up with this? Because I just feel like this is just a confused woman, and I don't see no signs of a man, by the way, who thought she could build herself up and get on the platform and try to dictate how we were going to move. That basically, if you were part of the ethnogenesis, like us, the foundational Black American, you should call yourself foundational African American. Bitch, who is you? Let me not call it bitch. How? No. Woman, shut up. Shut up. I'm glad you don't have no feet. I'm glad the B1 family came to and packed you up expeditiously, because I looked for this so-called music you got. You ain't got nothing. And all your little lives and stuff that you had up, you never put them back out. Because you had a live up like this. It was over a week ago. FBA, hashtag FYP, West Indian. You never put that live back out. I wonder why. Then I try to click on it and go to it, but it says this video is unavailable. So yeah, the B1 family, look, we're not playing with nobody. You can't come in after the fact, well, I get to say something because I don't have any direct slaves in my family. Man, we don't give a damn. We don't give a damn. You don't get to come here and call the shots. All right, we understand there's some African, there's some indigenous, and it's a mixture. And then we became our own thing. She even got another video talking about it, when we look up on, we didn't have an ethnogenesis as African Americans, which I'm not. We didn't have an ethnogenesis like the Jamaicans because ChatGPT said so. Fuck you and ChatGPT. Y'all can both go to hell. You can both go to hell. That's the thing that's going on, family. They're trying to turn around and tell us what we're not. They keep doing that. They saying, well, you got to be this because it fits their MO. It fits into their program, their agenda. We saw what was going on with James Small. We see what's going on. Let's hold on. Y'all know what's going on in Ghana right now? Hold on.
But I got a lot of pushback on those videos. A lot of people seem to be offended. They were all in their feelings. So I made those videos private. See, I wanted to make educational content, but instead people took it the wrong way. And I'm making this video right now to be vulnerable and help y'all understand where I'm coming from. Now, when people look at me, since I was a child, they have always asked me, what am I mixed with? If I got $1 for every time somebody asked me that in my life, I would probably be rich by now. And I'm very tired of that. Okay, it's exhausting for people to assume who I am and who my parents are and who my grandparents were. See, this is why I took a screenshot of my personal family tree on Ancestry.com. Now you see all these people? Out of all of them on there, not even one is listed as white on the census record. And I have checked the census record for every single person on here. None of them were listed as white. So for me to look the way that I do, why do y'all think I look this way? See, my mother, who has been deceased for a long time, she was even lighter than me, so much lighter. And all that's left of her is her memory. And, I think about the stories that she told us about her growing up.
It's flooding in Ghana, but have y'all seen the way these people live? This is not even comparable to a shack. This is more like a shed. You know where you keep the garden tools at, the hoes, the shovels, the rakes. And how could your president fly in a private jet, charter a private jet to New York to make a case against the UN for reparations that's not even owed to him, living in the luxurious hotels that he lived in while he stayed in New York, one of the most expensive cities in the world, and your people is back home living like this? How could you be a prideful president when your people is not even living in shacks? This is like U.S. sheds, right? Like the most impoverished areas in the United States, the most dangerous ghettos in the United States. This have that looking like upper middle class. Upper middle class, bro. Your house is on toothpicks. Like toothpicks is holding it up. Like, can it survive, let alone a flood? Can it survive heavy winds? It looked like it will float away like litter if the wind blew too hard. But your president living a luxurious lifestyle. Like, how?
Quit playing with us. See, there was some brothers and sisters who did a hoodoo ritual to counteract the nonsense they try to put on our ancestors. And they, they got our ancestors pumped. They gave them that extra boost of energy. When we feed into our ancestors, our lineage, then we get pushed forward. We get the bigger half. We get everything we need, and we get the energy and the clearance. Like everything gets pushed out the way, one way or another. Everybody else that is coming around, well, we go try our hand at telling them what they can't and can't have. You're going to FA and FO. We're not playing with y'all no more. All right. We don't give a damn how you feel. We don't give a damn what you think. We don't give a damn if it's going to break off friendships. We don't give a damn. We coming for everything we're owed and then some. Now, I post this on the community tab. I haven't done this video yet because I can't do this video without the help of our sister BX. There's a lot of misinformation and misconceptions going on around New York and New York politics and what's really, really happening out there. And me and her, we had a conversation. And I was like, I can't do this video without her. I don't know enough about New York. Never stepped foot in New York. So I don't want to speak on something I don't know about. But I do want to bring this to the B1 family's attention. Y'all read that. You can go to the community tab if you need to. But yeah, you read that. This dude was capable from Charles Barron. And I'm going to let you know a few interesting things that I learned about Charles Barron in my research. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set up a chance for a live. Now, mind you, I am on call this week for work. So I'm either going to chance it and try to get the live done with our sister BX this week or wait till next week and try to get it. Goddamn moss. That's how we do. Take your punk ass on. I ain't playing around with no damn bugs. Anyway, but I don't want it to be interrupted. What me and her spoke on and had a discussion on was very enlightening. What I've seen about this brother and the fact that him and his wife were both in office at the time. They weren't super high up in office per se, but they were in office at the time, one after each other, mind you. And I was like, damn, well, how'd y'all do that? And y'all talking about all this reparation talk and nobody knows anything about it that lives in New York, that's FBA. So, yeah, family, I want to make sure when we do that right. All right? And yeah, it's getting thick, family. It is getting thick. If you think for a second these folks have tucked their tails and turned, they haven't. If anything, they're trying to find a way to circle around and catch us in a blind spot. So we got to all be on point. Shout out to our brother FBA Revolt. Shout out to our brother FBA News and Updates. They putting in their B1 work. You know, I'm trying to get it all together while balancing everything else. So I thank you guys for being patient with me. But we're finna bring this all together and we're finna get it all put out there. We ain't gonna let nobody lie about their history, about their political stances, about the work that they've actually put into the community or haven't put into the community, for at least for us. Because we know if they immigrants and illegals, they'll go hard body. Because I know you guys heard about that Punjabi woman who was talking about reparations for some damn immigrants. We got to put a stop to all this bullshit this year. This is going to be our battle year. All right? Peace, black empowerment, and it's FBA all day.